Anybody with keys, get with me on your way out, please. Do I have a unit that's stationed at Clyde and Speedway?
Several of us out Speedway.
No, I just want you to stay right there for right now. Just hold what you got. We're not opening the roadway yet.
Yes, sir.
I told you they would have a perimeter set down and click in every direction. That road shut the fuck down. Nobody's getting past.
And not muted.
The last ping came in at Highland and right here, Highland and Speedway, right in the area of the school. Copy, sir. Thank you. Negative, the ping's still working. Hopefully off the ping now, yes, so we're still working on that ping and we're still holding check. 10 cents, will say it again. We're still working on the ping and we're still holding on the channel. As far as the channel, yes, let's hold it for a few more minutes until I know I have everybody out of the building. And as far as the ping, let's do one more and then we'll cancel that. Copy. Units with keys, the gentleman at the front door of the main building as you approach Speedway will take the keys from you. I'm going to turn back around. Ground 22 to I was on the trespasser 1047 Madison and call it first step. TSC first sergeant and bid verification. I advised him of extended time response.
Okay, what's the THC? So Sergeant, reference to
3,000 block of Ocean Shore. There's an ABAT X-Rust.
Okay.
Bravo 31 Central on 3.
Got it.
The suspicious person at 8th and Derby, is that still pending?
Thanks.
Copy. Thank you.
black male, dark shirt, jeans, carrying a skateboard. Asking people for airport. Can you send us an out to a Charlie Center? Be told to hold us and tell them you for now. I got me. So she got my THC. Not answering on LA3. I'll get it the X-ray. Is it reference that call? And where there was THC or Holly Hill. He never responded to me. I gave the call. I'll let him know. I got it. So the Charlie Center says, how are you? No, I've been calling. Okay, I'm not sure what. The THC guy took care of that one. 21. So just have an X-ray very soon? Yep, I got it. Yeah, it's 22 should be about on a suspicious person at 1096 Mason Avenue. Somebody sent him from.
Oh shit! Go lock the door. Go lock the door.
Door's locked.
Okay.
Why would I?
Because they're coming down Mason Avenue. I didn't know I wasn't on mute. It's terrifying to live here in Daytona.
Sheriff's Office personnel on this call. We're on that service. Copy. 41, sir. Alpha 11, Central, you can clear the air. Alpha 11, Central, copy. Channel 1 units, light traffic clearing at 1407 hours. Clearing channel. He's on Archer, Yell 1. Go ahead. Central and ISB right here by Mainland, north side for city vehicle. Airport. You can come from the Mainland call and show me back en route to Wells Fargo.
Central District 3 units, burglary in progress, 114 South Corey Drive, 114 South Corey Drive in Edgewater. All responding at select LE7. No worries. Bravo 30, we're Central. We're Bravo 34. Alright, you are units on that call yet? That was for District 3 South. We do not have any emergency traffic on LA3. I thought I heard you green on. Oh, she did say that, but it was a mistake. Zip code 4. 4682, maybe primary 4, keep cover, please. We have 4615485. Got it.
This is gonna. Yes, I already handed it to you. You're so grumpy with me.
I wasn't being grumpy. I was trying to get rid of him so I could stay out of it.
Well, I did too. I literally just woke up, got off the phone with him, and then. And I'm not muted, so. Scanner. So sorry for anybody that got to hear my real life.
317 Malawi. It'll be 317 Malawi. 317 Malawi. 50 translation 255 service ground.
They can hear you if you want to talk into the mic.
The address they just listed is off that side street.
Okay, so he's talking about if you're looking at my screen, the right-hand side. The really light-colored road in the middle that has the three palm trees they're zooming in on, that is ISB. It is International Speedway Boulevard. That is where the NASCAR track is. Actually, the NASCAR track is about, I don't know, a half a mile from this high school right here on the same side of the road.
More or less, my thing is where all the kids that they couldn't find, because whenever something like this happens, both of those red gates they're supposed to keep locked aren't always locked. Kids sneak out of those gates all the time. They go to Dunkin' Donuts and they go to all those little shops and get lunch and hang out and do all kinds of stuff. I wonder if they chase those shops yet. Because they're right there by the school.
I'm scared I'm going to screw up her.
Alright, any Daytona unit that has a car on Speedway Boulevard, just be careful. We're going to be opening the road here in a minute. Cindy, can you let me know when you do that so I can put out the notice?
The more and more I listen to this, it sounds like a trading operation, if anything, because it was a lot of looking, but not a lot of finding. You know what I mean? Whenever it very first started, they supposedly got three. There was no gunman or girl injury.
Let me know if you need anything.
Which brings me to the question: is this just some big operation?
She won't go to
This one ended. How is
Can you repeat it? Do you want 10-6
stop sharing? Okay, so I still got the scanner going in the background. It looks like that stream ended. I'm going to see if I can't find Welsh 2. So let me get my StreamYard. Sorry, guys. I had several screens open here. Now that's better.
Did you hear any reports of injuries besides the broken ankle and the broken elbow?
All right, still got the scanner going here in the background, guys. I'm going to try to find some more footage because it looks like that footage that I had going has went down. I'd really like to get Welsh 2's footage.
Thank you for your help. Can you give me the time that the alarm went off here? We got the first call. And to Clyde and Speedway. Yes, sir, go ahead. You guys can open that up and let traffic engineering know, please, so they can put the light on regular. I appreciate all the help. Thank you.
Yeah, this is not being treated like a school, like shooting incident. This is being treated like a training operation.
So Daytona PD doesn't have much of anything on their Twitters as of now. And I'm still trying to, I'll pull this up. If this picture will come up and I can share this and it'll kind of give you guys an idea of an aerial still view while I find us some actual footage of the area, just so you guys aren't having to look at my avatar up here. All right. So, sorry, guys, operator error here. So this is where they were closing down the highways, it looks like. So I'll leave that up just so you guys will have something to look at besides my avatar while I look for some more footage. I really want to get Welsh 2. Welsh 2 is our local that's like Johnny Too Good. Are you there at Mainland?
I got a male apparently on his knees at the intersection. I can trace not targeting one car at a time.
I got another route from Nova.
Copy. Drop that and route back to the city. You got anything on for me? Not firefighters at this time.
Copy.
Okay, so I'm going to pull up clickorlando.com and read some of your guys' chat. See, is the situation under control now? Yes, Salio, it is under control now, and that was the news footage stating that they do believe that this was a false alarm. Your brother got killed, shot twice, and left in the shoulder. I'm so sorry to hear about that, Johnny Good. Johnny Too Good, Pineapple Pam, the local news anchor Claire goes to all these things. You know, I started to drive over there, but after seeing the way traffic looked, guys, I would probably just now be in front of Mainland because traffic is going to be it's still kind of crazy over there. So that's the only reason I didn't drive over there. So let's go ahead and get clickorlando.com pulled up here. Clickorlando.com. We'll get that on the screen. Yeah, guys, like I was saying, is Daytona is really terrifying. I live here on Beachside, and the guy that stabbed and killed those people, what, about 6 months ago, something like that. That happened right out in front of my house. I've got footage of a live shooting that happened right out in front of my house. I mean, these are things that happen on a constant basis down here. That's why we're completely okay with the fact that we're moving. We're moving out of Florida because it's not what it used to be here. It's terrifying to live here. It really is. It's like, I don't feel safe with going to the store anymore.
It's not like living in South
But I had Daytona pulled up here, the Daytona PD. I was going to read over what they had. Still clearing, so there's nothing new. It's 26 minutes ago. All rooms in the building have been cleared. Nothing located at this point. We just saw that they thought that it was a false alarm. But either way, guys, this is terrifying. I mean, the world that we live in, it's absolutely terrifying. And, like I was saying, is this is the school that my son went to. And I actually pulled him out of this school, and we did homeschooling for a while. And then he went to a private school due to the violence. Just the violence is insane. And that is a huge school. Like, Mainland is a massive school. So, that's, in my opinion, they don't have enough staff. They've got too many students and not enough staff over there. And, in this point, and this is not a secret, that, our teachers are being underpaid. And I'm going to stop the screen share because I don't know what's going on, but it's trying to screen share everything I click on. And that's definitely not what I want. I was just trying to get this pulled up so we could actually see some footage, and I'm not seeing any footage. Thank you, Karen Canada. That means the world to me. Yeah, I'm actually with traffic, I'm probably about 15 minutes from the school. Without traffic, I'm probably roughly about 10 minutes from that school. And it's a huge school. Generally, when you hear about stuff like this, it's usually Seabreeze, which is kind of the inner city part of the school. And Mainland's usually like your upscale. But over the past, I'd say 5 years, Mainland's not upscale anymore. Mainland it's just getting to be as bad as the rest of these schools. Like I said, it was terrifying. I pulled Tater out of that school, and I'm from Paducah, Kentucky, where a lot of people, they remember Columbine, but Heath High School was also one of the schools that were involved in the school shootings. We lost 3 girls that morning, and honestly, back then in the 90s, I really thought that this was it. We wouldn't have to see this anymore. People would realize how horrible this was. And it just keeps going on and on and on and on. And it's like, we saw the active shooter in Memphis. How unfortunate was that? And then the next day we have the IRS building in Memphis. And then now, I'm sitting here and responding to messages and getting my afternoon started. And I get a message from Sluggish Sleuth that Darkness is live, that there's an active shooter allegedly, possibly at Mainland High School here in Daytona. It's terrifying. It's terrifying. I sit here at night and we listen to them fight and argue out front, and it's absolutely insane. And guys, I don't want to end this stream right away and miss this presser, so I'm kind of trying to hang out to see how quick we're going to get a presser from Jacare. And he is the sheriff here in Daytona, and he does introduce himself as Jacare, so that is what I generally will call him. Yeah, it does. It goes to show that this can happen anywhere. And it can happen anywhere. And, Daytona back in the 90s, this was the hopping place. This was the place where everybody wanted to be. Everybody wanted to hang out. You wanted to come to Daytona. And now it's terrifying. It's absolutely terrifying. Like, when we first moved down here, I could go to the beach at night, and I could, feel comfortable going to the beach at night and hanging out at the beach. And now it's absolutely just, it's scary to go down there. Sorry, guys, my phone's kind of blowing up. Guys, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, guys. And I left my coffee sitting in there. Tater, can you please grab my coffee? This is what happens in ADHD. I'm all over the place. All over the place.
Do you need to make this?
It's already got sugar and milk in it.
Okay.
All right, let's see if I can't get back to finding something for us to look at besides my head.
Mom, there are 2 armed officers at Mainland. At all
Let's see.
times. It's just not enough.
So if y'all can hear Tater in the background, he's giving his opinion. He says there's 2 armed officers at Mainland, and that's not enough. And you guys saw the size of that school if you were able to catch the footage. And that school it's huge. It definitely needs more than 2 service officers in it. That school, and like I was saying, is that when we went for orientation, when he originally started going to school there, they had a lockdown while we were in the school. And we were actually with the guidance counselor. And what was so scary, and I think that my first red flag was the fact that the guidance counselor didn't know where to go. We ended up outside in the courtyard. Okay, so pull up this footage just so we're not looking at me on the screen. And share the screen. Window. All right, so there we go.
There are so many different ways to get into that.
introduce yourself.
Hey y'all, this is me. It's Tater. Uh, she's busy, so I'm gonna go ahead and read you guys this article real quick. That way, you guys can get your information going. This was posted just a few minutes ago, 5 minutes ago, actually. Wow.
She has a lot of history to work
False alarm. No threat found after emergency button activated at Mainland High. Daytona Beach police say. Daytona Beach police responded to Mainland High School on Friday afternoon after an emergency button was activated at the school. After sweeping the school, the police said no threat was found. Police Chief Jakar Young said a teacher heard a student say the word gun and pressed the emergency button, which triggered law enforcement from across the county to respond. When she heard gun, she hit the panic button, which is exactly what she should have done. The school was placed on lockdown while officers searched the school, but no police chief said no shots were fired and no threat was found. The police cleared all the rooms of the school and all 5 buildings and nothing was located, and a few people were treated for unrelated medical episodes.
I've been on mute talking to you guys this whole time. That's great. Let's do this again. Let's see. Try this again. Okay, so we had Mama's Baby Girl, Welcome In, True Crime with Marvin Frank. They had one in Paintsville, Kentucky. Shooter killed 3 people, but they did get him from his house. They shot him in the arm. Okay, I'm not sure where Paintsville is. I do know where Paint Lick is. I am from Kentucky. I do live in Daytona now. Apparently, this was today in Kentucky. That's crazy. And yes, Mama's Baby Girl, we see you. Nobody is blocked on my channel. I don't block from my channel. I just ask that everybody that comes in does stay respectful and that we do act like adults. I do have mods, but everybody's got their own thing going on right now. So it's just me. I was wondering where you might have been. Yeah, I am originally from Paducah, Kentucky, but I do live in Daytona Beach, Florida now. We're actually looking to relocate. You know, I thought that I wanted to move down here for the sun, and actually, in all reality, the sun is not so friendly for a woman with breathing issues. So to go from here to my car is kind of a thing. But I am going to go ahead and pull this up. This is News Channel 6 WKMG live look at Daytona Beach. So this was live. So I do want to play this for those of you that missed the actual live footage. And there's no audio because this is chopper view. So I'll kind of just talk through it. And again, we're waiting on this presser. I don't want to not be able to catch this presser. So when Jakari goes live with the presser, I want to be up and running. So if you got anybody that wants to hang in here with me, or I appreciate you being here, and I'll start dropping team links. If you're not subbed up to my team, please definitely go sub up to the Real Crime team. And I don't know what is going on with my StreamYard. It doesn't want to share what I want it to share today. It keeps trying to share everything I'm moving around, and I don't want it to do that. So let's try a different route. Let's try Windows Edge. Now, did that act right? Let's see. I do really good as a panel guest, but when you get on these lives, it's like my brain forgets how to work StreamYard or OBS or any of the other programs that I normally sit here and I'm able to work. So there's that. So let me see. I don't know if it'll help on your guys' side, but let me upgrade the footage. There we go. So that should stop jumping screens around and you guys won't see me trying to click through and find. Yeah, you know, I thought so too. I really honestly thought that living on the coast would be good for my breathing with the salt. And honestly, it's really not. It's the heat. It's the heat down here. And not only that, my poor car living here on beachside. I mean, I literally live a half a block from the ocean. So it's eating the paint off my car. So it has its perks. It's nice being right here by the ocean. But also you have, you know, it's a big city. So, and this isn't a big city. Memphis, I call Memphis a big little city because Memphis is not that big in acreage, but it is a huge city with the people and the population that are there. It's insane, the amount of population. And Memphis is also a terrifying place. I can tell you back in the 90s, Memphis was terrifying. So by no means has Memphis done any kind of changing. And I was really proud to see law enforcement and to see all the, you know, the big names come up on the presser and actually talk about how the reform that needs to be done and the things that need to be tightened up and things that need to be handled. In Tennessee, District 13 has some serious issues in it. Really, really, really honestly does. Like, we're talking some serious issues going on. And, you know, the murder billboard, check out the murder billboard. You know, definitely go over there and check out my videos, check out, you know, the Farragher files, take a look at that. Now, guys, just to give you an idea where we are, this street right here in the front, that is ISB. This is the main street. It's International Speedway Boulevard. That's where the NASCAR track is. The NASCAR track's actually about, I'd say, a half a mile from where the school stands on the same side of the road. Again, I was going to take you guys over there, boots on the ground, but traffic is backed probably all the way up to where I live. And for anybody that was here during the first of the live that heard me dox myself because I wasn't muted when I was listening to the scanner and they said what road they were coming down, that kind of made my stomach turn a little bit because it's terrifying. It's terrifying. It absolutely is. I have a huge pit bull here, but a huge pit bull is not going to stop a bullet. So it's terrifying. Yeah, Celio, I'm thinking West Coast. I'm thinking head back out west, either out completely out to the West Coast, or back up north where it's cold, and I'm used to it being cold because I'm not doing too well in this heat down here. I think it just gets hotter every year, and it makes it just miserable to be here. No, you didn't hear me dox myself. That's good. That's good because I wasn't sure. I was on Darkness Exposed live. I was trying to be up on her live, but I also wanted to run this on my channel as well since I am here in Daytona. And I'm going to drop her link. If you guys are not subbed up, make sure you go sub up to Darkness. She's awesome. She does a lot of breaking news. I said I have to give credit to Sluggish Sleuth this morning for messaging me and saying, hey, Darkness is live. There's a shooting at Mainland High School. And I'm like, oh my goodness. I get Tater up and I'm like, hey, and I completely forgot, guys. This is how it happens. His cell phone broke yesterday, day before yesterday. The shooting happens today. So he's scrambling to get a phone up, to see if he can get in contact with anybody. It's always something. It's never easy, but thank goodness that Darkness did. I do believe she had some people in her chat that were actually boots on the ground. So thank goodness they're okay. And prayers to all the family and the faculty that had to deal with this today. Here we've been through so much this week, and it just seems like all this crazy stuff that's happening. Like we just found out that there was a shooting in Kentucky, and then the shooting in Memphis, and now here in Florida. It's like it's following me. These are all places touch close to my home. Raised my kids in Nashville for 25 years, and then move here. Yeah, Celio, this school is huge. This is a massive school. Like they're not even showing the whole school. This is just part of it. This side here that they're showing now, there's a whole nother part to this school. And then it has a baseball field, a football field. No, there's a baseball field right here. I can see it. The track. There's a track field, a football field, a baseball field. It's huge. It's a huge school. And then he says there's a huge 6-acre lot behind the school. And this school does have good security. I'll tell you right now, when you go to drop your kids off in the morning, they actually check your ID to make sure that you belong on the property. Like they don't play no games.
Sometimes, but they don't really turn the scanners on. Like they have those metal detectors. They don't always have the metal detectors on. Even then, sometimes kids are allowed to skate their bags across and under and over the metal detector if they know they have metal in them. It's lacking. That school is seriously lacking.
Sorry, guys. I was reading a text message. Yes, everyone is. They didn't say everyone didn't run off campus. A lot of them. You go to Mainland, some kids pulled a gun out in the lunchroom. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you so much for coming up in my chat. I'm going to pull your comment up on screen. Okay, so TYB Jason, I go to Mainland, some kid pulled out a gun in the lunchroom. Let's see, he says everyone ran off campus. Oh my goodness, that's terrifying. I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm glad you're okay. Someone got shot in the neck and someone in the abdomen. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Prayers for their family. Thank you so much for coming in our live here and letting us know that. Oh my goodness. Are you off property now? Have you safely left the area? I really hope you have. Now, guys, for anybody coming in, welcome for coming in. I'm True Crime Sunshine. I am Christy. Here in Daytona Beach. I'm not boots on the ground due to traffic, or I would be boots on the ground and let you guys actually see. But again, it's crazy over there, so I'm not gonna get in the mix over there. And it looks like this has ended, so I'll go ahead and refresh this. Nope, it's just my screen went black again. There it goes. Now it's up. It may be getting hot, so that could be why. Yes, we definitely hope you're okay. Oh my goodness, that's scary. Oh wow. This is the reason why I pulled Tater out of the school, because it's too big, it's too much. They did. She said, "Wow," but they didn't say false alarm. They did report that it was a false alarm, but we have somebody here in chat and hoping that this person is actually a student there at Mainland. And I mean, no disrespect. It's just here on the YouTube streets we do get what they call trolls coming in. So, and if you are age 18, I will drop you the link. But if you're not of age, I can't let you on panel because I'm not an under 18 channel. I am a murder missing channel. But if you are of the age of 18, I'll be more than happy to let you up if you want to talk about your experience. You're more than welcome to. TYB Jason. I do have to make sure that you're of age. I can't let anybody underage on my panel. This is so scary. The world we live in today, it's like it's terrifying. I said sometimes I sit here at night and I want to walk to 7-Eleven to get a drink or a coffee, and it's just it's scary. I mean, I've actually been followed back home, and it's absolutely scary. So while this is running, guys, I'll still be here, kind of talk through it, but I want to see if we have anything up as far as oppressor or any new information that is being released. Two hours ago, an hour ago, 40 minutes ago, all clear. Okay, so they're saying on Twitter, no reports of shots fired. Officers are clearing each room at one time as a precaution. No further information at this time. That was an hour ago. So until we can hear this presser, that's where we'll get our factual information from. We definitely want to make sure that we're sharing the best updated factual information. And we've got clickorlando.com up here hot and ready waiting for the presser. Come on, Jakare. We wanna know what's going on here. Okay. I'm not seeing anything yet. So far, we just have the all clear that's pulled up here. Absolutely, it does. It gets crazier by the week. Hell, it seems like it's getting crazier by the day. Let's see, there was a father in a van near Kentucky kidnapped his daughter and killed her. They found her on the strip mine and him home inflicted gunshot last month. Wow, she was just 12 years old. That's heartbreaking. It is. That's awful. Absolutely. That's absolutely awful. The amount of missing kids that we cover is insane. It's heartbreaking. It's absolutely heartbreaking. The amount of missing kids that we cover and the murders and the parents that just I don't know what's going on in the world today. We did on Sluggy's channel, we did the whole if you don't want your child, there's places that you can go, drop them off at a fire station, drop them off at a hospital. They've even, we even did a map of the baby boxes. Please don't kill your kids. There's somebody out there that will love your child. And if you're in a mental health situation where you feel like you need to go to school and you need to shoot up the school, please reach out to somebody. Like I tell my addicts, if you feel like you're going to relapse, call and order a pizza, call your mom, call a friend. If you feel like you need to go to school and shoot everybody up, talk to somebody. There's so many resources and so many numbers that you can call or if I know all you kids watch YouTube. You all listen to your music on YouTube. Y'all got your friends that got your YouTube channels. Jump and find a creator that does crime and reach out to them. All of us are, well, I won't say all, but the majority of us are very loving people. And, we're here to help. If you're seeing somebody that has, a channel and that they're pushing hard to help people, it's because they got a good heart. It's because they're trying. Hey, Steve, welcome in True Crime Web. It's because they have a good heart and they're trying, but please, 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 can we stop with the gun violence? You guys, I was raised in a time where the boys came to school with shotguns in the back of their pickup trucks. Now the high school that I went to has a gate around it, a huge 6-foot fence. And in all reality, they don't even use that school anymore. They have a huge school like this. It's called the McCracken County Mustangs. It's a massive school. And they took all 4 counties and crammed them in one school. Well, within a year of that school being open, oh my goodness, it was a shit storm. It was an absolute shit storm. You had teachers arrested for sexually harassing, and it was just, I could look it up and just, I could do a whole live on that insaneness that they did. Cramming all 4 counties. And these are kids from different demographics. They cram them all in these huge schools. And Tater's saying the same thing at Mainland. They take all these different demographics and people that are raised from different places and cram them in these huge schools and expect it not to be a shitstorm. Do I think... Okay, so I'm going to pull this on screen. Sorry, guys, I'm working with a couple different screens. Let's see. Do you think harsher laws would help? No, I don't think harsher laws would help. In my opinion, I don't think harsher laws would help at all because, guys, without a community, without standing together, we stand alone. So we have no justice system if the people are not there to push for justice. Reach out to your senators, reach out to your congressmen, reach out to your state representatives. Let them know from your voice how you feel. That's where we're going to get change, is as a community, as a society. Stand up. Stand up and be heard. Stand up and be heard. We all want to sit around and we all want to bitch about what we spend our tax dollars on. Let's hold these government officials accountable. Let's hold these departments accountable. If you just sit back and complain about what's going on and what's not being changed, then you're a part of the problem. You're not a part of the solution. I have to say, Arctic Fox, he has the reform for Amber Alert. And, that's a good start. That's a good start to getting change made. Change.org. I love change.org because anybody can go on there. You can start a petition. The more signatures you get on one of those petitions, the louder voice we are. around that part of Johnson County, Kentucky is very dangerous. Cops getting killed, kids as well. Johnson City. Why can I not place where Johnson City, Kentucky is? No, it's not by Calvert. Now I have to look it up. Sorry, rant over for the moment.
Mainland is an incredibly dangerous school because it's a hodgepodge of about 18 different.
I just need a visual of where Johnson City is. Sorry about that, guys. So I'm going to look this up real quick.
The only community that
Let's
school has that
see.
works together.
Where are you? Paintsville. I want a map. There we go. Hazard. Okay. All right. I know Johnson City. Okay. All right. My dad's got a ranch in Lexington. Johnson County, not Johnson City. I got Tennessee on the mind. Sorry, girl. Yeah. Yeah, my dad has a ranch in Richmond, so that's why that sounded familiar. Okay, so it looks, let's see, let me pull this up where I could share this comment. Let's see. Fabiz Beta, welcome in. It says, I know I was tripping when I heard them buy out loud sounds in the school. So you go to that school as well. My heart goes out to you. I'm glad you're okay. Thank you so much for popping in my chat here. You know, I definitely am honored to have you here, and my prayers go out to you and your family and students and anybody that was there. You know, that's it's heartbreaking, guys. And we're still waiting on this presser. And I'm really honestly surprised that News 2 has not, Welsh 2 hasn't done anything. Yes, you go to Mainland. Oh my goodness, that's scary. Did they have everybody out of the school now? Yes, you go to Mainland. That's scary. I will never forget the Heath High School shooting. I was sitting on my mama's couch. I will never forget it. It was my sister's birthday. Not everybody's out of the school yet. It's a huge school, and I'm sure traffic's probably still crazy, isn't it? I started to drive over there, but I didn't want to get caught up in traffic, and I don't want to be in the way. It's just scary. So scary. You know, and I have to say I'm glad that Tater's 18 now and doesn't go to school, because this is just, it's terrifying. It's terrifying. I probably, if he was at that school still, I'd have probably been barreling through police officers to get in there after him. I'll tell you right now, when 9/11 happened, my oldest kids were little, and I drove a 4-wheel drive pickup truck. There was traffic wrapped all the way around the front of the school where you couldn't get in. So I'll be the first one to tell you. I drove right over the medium and right up to the front of the school. And they was going to let me in that school, and they was going to let me have my kids, and they did. And, you know, I took my kids home. We locked everything down that day because we lived in Nashville. And when that happened with the towers, it scared me to death, because I was in Nashville. And I thought, well, what if they start hitting big cities? They hit New York. What if they hit us? But, you know, you don't think about stuff like this that happens interior in the city. And if it wasn't for YouTube, you know, I'd say people probably wouldn't even know this was happening. Let's see. So it says they are calling people out by rows in the gym. And the cafeteria lady saw the gun and pressed the panic button. Well, hoorah for the cafeteria lady with her fast action. She is today's hero for hitting that panic button. And I will go ahead and bring this up on screen. We have heard that this was a false alarm. It's crazy that they said a false alarm, though they have two that said that they were in the school. And we actually have those two people in chat that have been in chat that say what they saw, what they heard, what they seen. But guys, we will wait for facts with the presser. But I'm going to go ahead and say that Daytona PD, I give them props for quickly getting on the scene. But I'll also say that I have seen red Solo cups used to mark evidence in Daytona. I can go outside right now, literally, and show y'all a 3-month-old blood splatter that never got cleaned up on the corner. So you got your goods and you got your ones that probably need to be relooked at. You know, I've had one dealing with Daytona police personally since I've been here. And I actually turned him into internal affairs. And the sad part was I wasn't the only one that had turned him in. So with law enforcement, you have your good law enforcement, and then you have your law enforcement that should probably not have a badge. So I'm not cop bashing by any means. I'm just saying that, you know, you have to think that media is also humans just like we are here in the YouTube streets and any other creators. So once we get a factual confirmation, then I'll feel better about it. But I am going to bring up comments, and I am going to bring up people that are in my chat to say thank you and hand out respect for being here, for coming over and hanging out with me today. It really means a lot. I wish they would go ahead and start this presser to go get some lunch. Yeah, and guys, if you're not subbed up to Steve, definitely go sub up to Steve. He is retired law enforcement. He covers the Delphi case. He covers a lot of missing cases. He's awesome, Steve and Mr. Steve. If you guys are not subbed up, make sure you do go sub up to them. Amazing channel. Amazing people doing some really good things. We drug them into our real crime team over here. They're an asset to our team, and I'm blessed to have Steve. I'm blessed to have met Steve. I'm blessed to have been able to get him as a part of my team, our team. And, you know, it's an absolute honor. It really is. I thought I had you programmed into my Nightbot, Steve, but it's not wanting to work. So let me see what's wrong with my Nightbot command. And guys, this is not live. This was the live footage that they were running about an hour ago, but I do want to make sure that anybody that wasn't able to see this running live footage, they're able to see this happening. And this is actually a little bit different, I think, an angle of from what Darkness was running earlier. So I definitely want to make sure that this is on screen. And again, I'm just kind of rerunning this to make sure everybody's caught up. You're able to see what was going on. And that's why, because I did not type in the right name. So that'll bring up Steve's website. Let's see, 1 person, 2 injured. Not sure why my comments are not updating. Get back over here. Fibitsbetta, if you would like to, I can give you my email. You can shoot me an email, and I can bring that up on the screen, or I am on Facebook. I am on Twitter. And if you want to send me that, I will give you credit and pull it up on my screen. It's totally up to you. But there's my Twitter, there's my email, and I guess my Facebook didn't work to drop, but I'll drop that. I need to update my commands because I'm thinking they're simple commands, mod for a couple different channels, and they're not. I've got them wrote out, so Sorry that the commands are not coming through like they should, guys. There we go. And thanks again for everybody hanging in here with me. I'm waiting on the suppressor to come up. Still waiting. Really honestly thought they would have had a press conference by now to let us know what's going on. I'm checking Twitter because generally Twitter is your best for updates. Still not seeing anything on there. Okay, so let me. I dropped it in chat. It's kind of long. It's my old channel name, guys. Sorry, I'm trying to get chat up on my phone so I don't have to keep going back and forth, because if it is a comment that Nightbot thinks is spam, it will hold it. And hopefully all my links dropped. Yes, my email's right there. Nightbot dropped my email. I'll drop it again. There's my email. And guys, anybody that's listening, if you have a missing person that doesn't have a flyer or needs an updated flyer, you're welcome to hit me up on any of my social media, my email, Facebook, Twitter. Follow me, like me, join my groups. I've got missing groups in there. You're more than welcome to hit me up. I make flyers, I make missing, I make wanted, I made seeking information. You have a loved one that's just, you just want to get in contact with them. You're just kind of looking for them. It's not one of those law enforcement kind of things. Any reason at all, just hit me up. I make flyers. I've actually learned how to do shorts now too. So got shorts going. Yes, Red Road Homestead. This is Mainland High School in Daytona Beach, Florida. It's about 10 minutes from where I'm at. This is the school that Tater went to when he was in school. This is not live. This is footage that was played while it was happening. But while we're waiting on the presser, I'm running this footage so that way everybody that wasn't able to see the live footage is actually able to see it. There was no audio. I did have the police scanner running. There's like a 5-minute live where I was in panic mode that's up. Let's see, True Crime Web. It says, heading out to babysit grandson. Wish me luck. Be safe, everyone. Bye, Steve. Thank you so much for stopping by, and love for the grandson. And, drink you a cup of coffee and get that energy up, because them grandbabies keep you running. And thank you, Celio. Thank you so much. That means the world to me that my flyers are awesome. They're growing. They're getting better. I changed the background on them so it's more of an eye-friendly background. I feel like using the neons a real pop out. Get your eye catching. Even if you're scrolling through your social media and you're not looking for missing posters, you can't help but see one that's got fluorescent lights. All right.
Some guy with a machine gun in Memphis. I'm trying to check it out now. Like I said, I confirmed reports on Twitter. You want to try to check that out?
If you can send me links, son, that makes it so much easier than trying to maneuver.
Like I said, if there's some guy saying he heard machine gun fire on Twitter or something.
Okay, let me get that downloaded. Okay, guys, so props go out to Vibs Beta. I'm going to pull that screen name up. Love the avatar. Sent us the picture from inside the school, so I'm going to share this. And I don't want to share a video. Okay, so it's not going to let me share it like that. So I'm going to stop that screen for just a second, guys. And I'm going to share this. So this was on, was it the bathroom? Looks like a bathroom wall to me. And yes, there's the screenshot. And this is completely, totally props, and all credit goes to Vibs Beta. And I hope I'm saying your Vibes Beta, sorry, saying your name correctly. But this is the screenshot from inside the school, guys. This is terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. Thank you, Celio. I appreciate you sharing out all my posters. You know, and you guys, I try to update them, but y'all sharing out those missing posters, it helps so much bring missing people home. For those that follow Jill and Lydia case, Jill Sidebottom, Lydia Hansen, and Nick Hansen, they have been found safe. There's not a lot of details that have been released, but they are safe and okay, and that's a great thing. And you know, thanks to everybody that shared, and thanks to everybody that told their story and kept their names out there. You know, we were able to at least bring some closure to that family searching for their missing loved ones. All right, so we'll go ahead and pull this feed back up. I'm not sure if that's on their side or mine. Okay. There's a good shot. So let me back this up just so I can give an idea of what I was talking about earlier. Okay, so I'll show you guys. Pause this. So right back here, this big circle, that is the NASCAR track. That is the Daytona 500 right there. This big giant circle. This is the high school. You see how big this high school is? And then that's the NASCAR track. That's how close this is. Scary. Absolutely scary. Still waiting on the News 6 presser. Still not seeing anything over there. And it's acting crazy again and sharing my Twitter. There we go. Now there's another good shot of the school. How big this school is. This is a huge school, and this is the back of the school. This is from looking at it from the back. So this road's ISB right here. This crossroad is Clyde Morris. And then this is a back shot of the school. This is how huge this school is. It's massive. That's what I'm saying. 2 service officers is not nowhere near enough for this school. Nowhere near enough for this school.
It's one service officer, Officer Peralta, and then they have a contractor that works there. He's a British SAS Special Forces. He's ex Special Forces. It's like 6'7", and he wears actual body armor. But the thing is, you can only get so far on intimidation. He doesn't actually have a gun on him. His whole job is to just be there and scare kids into doing what teachers want. I feel like personally they need a SWAT detail in that school pretty much. They need 24/7 fully armed patrol rifles. Like they need a 5-minute unit in that school. Cells in there. Whatever. I had that incident long. Remember when they gave me out of the classroom because some kid thought I had a weapon. Remember that? That whole incident was completely done the wrong way. They immediately.
Let's see if I can Google it. Karen, Canada, because I know it's a huge school.
Let's say around 32 or 36.
Okay, so 2022-2023 Mainland High School serves 1,573 students in ages or grades 9 through 12. That's a lot of kids.
It's an 18-to-1 student.
That's a lot of kids. Hey, Sluggy. You're driving to get the kids, but you're still here. Thank you so much, honey. Thank you. Sluggish Sleuth, guys. If you aren't slugged up, if you're not slugged up, if you're not slugged up to Sluggy, if you're not subbed up to Sluggy, let's try that again. And let's try putting her right. Hang in there. Drop her link. You guys go sub up to her. She's awesome. She does a lot of missing and breaking news. Just Sluggish is awesome, guys. And if, we're trying to get her up to 500. We're trying to boost her up, get her community page up there. So definitely, if you're not subbed up to her, go give her a sub. Share, because she does a lot of interviews. And guys, I'm ADHD, so I do my interviews. I do have a couple of families that I do interviews with, and I have a couple of cases I hold dear close to my heart. But I get all nervous, and I tend to go on a rant. So interviews are great, and they're an amazing thing to get the families' voices out there. We do have an amazing team. Everybody has their strong points. I'm still learning getting the live thing and getting the interview thing going. And because I get my notebook and I have it all set up and ready, and then it all goes awry. So I'm still waiting on the presser here. I'm really surprised we have not got any kind of anything from Welsh 2. I'm really kind of disappointed in Welsh 2. I have to say, they're usually my go-to. Generally, anytime that happens, they're the ones that are here in town, boots on the ground. And not seeing them running anything's kind of, I've got to say, a little concerning. Oh, here we go. All right, guys, I am going to stop the screen share on Mainland, and I'm going to pull up Jakare, which is our sheriff here. Police chief, sorry, not sheriff. I was trying to remember which link I was after. Here we go.
We're a community of over 20,000 doctors. We practice.
Yep. Chief.
Behind the lights on.
You guys are good? You guys good? Yep. Chief Star, just about 12:30, this panic alarm went off.
Right. So good afternoon, Jakari Young, Chief of Police, Daytona Beach Police Department. At approximately 12:37 p.m., we got a panic alarm coming from Mainland High School. We have an SRO here on campus, so the SRO was immediately able to begin relaying information. There was a threat that occurred here yesterday where it was written on a bathroom wall about possibly shooting up the school today. So as a result of that, there was a bunch of additional resources that were already on campus in relation to the threat that was received yesterday. So apparently one of Mainland's faculty hit the panic alarm after a student ran out of the cafeteria making a statement in reference to a gun. So once they heard gun, they hit the panic alarm, and every available unit responded to Mainland High School. Every surrounding agency responded to Mainland High School. The sheriff's office responded to Mainland High School. So I'm extremely grateful for all law enforcement throughout this county for their response here to Mainland High School. I'm also thankful for the medical staff, fire department, EMS personnel, and everybody for the total teamwork and the collaboration in the response to Mainland High School. It took a while to figure out exactly what we were dealing with. When we initially respond, we're trained to listen for the sound of gunfire. So you had a lot of officers teamed up going from classroom to classroom. And when we did that initial pass through, we wanted the kids to shelter in place. But then once we would clear a building, then we would circle back and have them exit as quickly as possible off campus. So in my opinion, it appeared to be somewhat organized chaos, but in the end, we couldn't hope for a better outcome. There's a lot of things that we got to clear up with the school itself, especially regarding the reunification process, because I think you guys saw a lot of students out here in the front lawn for a while, and then we made the decision to push them into the gym. We made the decision to push them into the gym because several students were getting sick. They were overheating, they were passing out. A couple students had seizures. So we made the decision to push them into the gym so that they can cool off. Of course, when you have an incident like this, it's going to be mass hysteria. Students are texting and calling their parents. Their parents are flying up here trying to get information. They're calling 911 in addition to the calls we've already gotten. So it takes us a while because we want to be able to make sure we verify and check every call that comes in, and make sure every student that placed a call we can identify. There was an issue with keys. That's something we got to work through as far as being able to unlock doors and just check empty closet spaces, empty offices, so on and so forth. But all of that is going to be handled during the after action. All of that will be handled during the after action briefing with law enforcement. I'm also going to meet with the principal because I really want to thank the students of Mainland High School for their cooperation. The overwhelming majority of the kids did exactly what we told them to do. Some were excited. We have to expect that. But the overwhelming majority of these kids, they listened to instruction, they complied with direction, and that made this thing go as smoothly as it did. Again, there's things we got to work through and improve upon, but I'm really proud of the students of Mainland High School because for the overwhelming majority of them, they didn't panic, they listened, they complied. Even once they were released, a lot of them were trying to get back in to get their backpacks. So we had to tell them, don't worry about your backpacks right now, leave them on school property, and we'll get you your backpacks down the road. But again, on the whole, big picture, this was a dry run. This was a much needed dry run so that we can see strengths and weaknesses, because we do have some areas we can improve upon. But I'm proud as the chief today as a whole for the response to Mainland High School.
Chief, very quickly, you said a student allegedly shouted gun. Do you know who that student was? And was it something he saw, or was this whole thing, kind of a
we don't know that, to be specific. We're still investigating that part. We're still reviewing videos to see exactly who was the one that yelled gun. If they actually saw a gun, I can tell you up until this time we haven't recovered a firearm, and most importantly, the only injuries were as a result of the heat, and then I believe we may have had a student or two that suffered a seizure, but we got medical attention for them immediately, and we were able to continue working through the situation.
Did you guys make the call, or did the school district make the call to the parents yesterday about the threat?
Yes, the school sent out a message yesterday about the threat, is what I was told.
Some parents here told us, we didn't know anything about yesterday, et cetera, and they should have had cops here this morning. You're saying they did.
There was extra resources on campus. There were extra guardians in the school today, and we were aware of it. The SRO was being vigilant, so that's why when that alarm went off, everybody immediately, who wasn't already here, everybody immediately flooded the area. Say it one more time. Are we going to have more security on campuses? We're going to do our best, yes. Unfortunately, we had this issue last year. There were some of these kids think it's funny. That's why you have them writing it on the bathroom wall, because they think it's a joke. So we really got to crack down on those students who think this is a joke, and they start writing these vague threats or these specific threats on walls throughout campuses.
Will there be extra presence on Monday?
Yes.
And again, you're reviewing stuff to see if there's a responsible person for this. The teacher did what was right.
She did it exactly. When she heard gun, she hit the panic button, which is exactly what she should have done. Again, we got a lot of things we got to work through with the school as far as us working together with the school. But on the whole, all's well that ends well.
And it was shelter in place for the students until Until their classrooms were cleared.
until their classrooms were cleared, and then we evacuated.
Chief, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Um,
Okay, guys, so that was our long-awaited presser. And I'm going to go on a little bit of a rant. Just a little bit of a rant. So these school shootings started, 20 years ago? Let me go ahead and see if we can find something to share so I don't have to make my whole head So these school shootings happened roughly, 20 years ago, we'll say? Let's pull that up there. And I'm going to rant on camera for a minute, guys. So we had these school shootings happen about 20 years ago, and I would like to know why. Why is it 9/9/2022, and we're just now feeling like we need to get in contact with the teachers, and we need to get a process in place, and we need keys for doors for the biggest school in Daytona? Why are these not already things that are in place? Why do we not already have a plan of action? Why the hell knowing that there was a threat of a shooter on the screen here? Thanks to Vibes Beta, we have the actual picture from inside the bathroom. So we know that they knew yesterday there was a threat. I get automated calls telling me that school lunches have been changed. There we go. Now I'm back on screen. I don't want to be the big part of the screen though. So there, that's better. This is infuriating. It's absolutely infuriating. Terrifying. The world we live in today. I'm not going to stay on here and rant because, like I said, I wanted to run the footage. I wanted to run the presser. And I want to say thank you for everybody being here. Karen Canada, I'm sorry I was buffering. Buffer. It's my internet. It's my internet. That's another thing about being here in Florida is if there's any kind of storms out there and it looks kind of cloudy outside, my internet will take a hit from it. Woohoo, Spectrum. Hi, Karen. How are you, love? Welcome in. Guys, as always, I thank you for being here. Remember, subscribe, like, and share. Please hit that red subscribe button if you haven't already. I did not make this subscriber only because I wanted everybody to be able to come in and chat. That if you weren't here, remember, if you see something, say something. Remember, it takes a village to raise a child. We are stronger together. Never give up. And guys, when anything like this happens, I always say this. Grab your kids, hold them tight. Grab your mom, hug them tight. Hug your loved ones. Let them know you love them. Let them know you're there for them. I tell you what, everybody likes all these TikTok challenges. I challenge you to go through your friends list your contact list and reach out to somebody that you haven't talked to since the beginning of the pandemic. And just do a wellness. Hey, how are you? Because you never know when just reaching out to somebody might make a difference in their life or their day. Guys, I'm gonna take some time to sit here and smoke and gather myself. But I appreciate everybody for being here. Have a great day. And I may jump on and do a little bit later live. I really want to cover Jolisa. Jolisa Fuentes is still missing out of California. And I want to make sure that I do give her plenty of coverage. I've got some other cases that I'm working on here out of Florida as well. So I may do like a missing live in a few hours. For those of y'all that follow me or know me, Fridays are crazy. So I'll do what I can. And thanks everybody for being here. And as always, send love, send positive vibes. Don't send hate. And remember, bullying's a crime.